Nigeria, oh Nigeria. Needed 1 standard hospital per state. This is the first part. I never thought I could attend the Eid prayer held on the 10th of April, a day after I clocked the definitive age of 60. I have now joined the senior citizens rank. Not being confident I could attend the Eid prayer seems an understatement. For actually, in February, the way I was feeling within me, it was looking to me that I would not witness Ramadan, not to talk of participating in the Eid marking its end. I easily get exhausted from the littlest of tasks, making me always gasping for air to fill my lungs. It reached a stage where I could not walk 10 meters without bending down, holding my knees, and inhaling from both my mouth and nose. It all came to a head when the news of the death of my mother reached me in the early hours of January 8. I could not walk at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, which made the flight authorities move me in a wheelchair to the base of the plane, where I climbed the stairs with great effort, stopping at the plane's entrance to gather myself. The same routine was enacted when our plane landed at the Malam. I don't know why they use Malam with a double L, because we don't pronounce it as Malam. Anyway, when we landed at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, where I had to be wheeled to the vehicle that conveyed me to Potiskum, and to ease my difficulty, I had to be injected intravenously with bronchodilators on the 3-hour journey. Throughout the week I was at Potiskum for her 7-day prayers. I was ensconced in my room and couldn't be at the family house where the main gathering took place. And I became dependent on my wife for many things a healthy person will do for himself. And it is not as if I had not sought medical attention. God knows I had always advocated for our leaders to attend hospitals at home. I did the same. Some 7 years ago, I went to the Asokoro General Hospital where an X-ray was done for me. They said there was nothing wrong, but I knew something was wrong with me. Even then, I started feeling exhausted because I could not do what I normally did easily. And it had nothing to do with aging. I did some tests in some private hospitals and laboratories, and the results were normal. Then I went to Nisa Hospital in Abuja, where I was looked after by a pulmonologist, Dr. James Agada. It is not a run-of-the-mill hospital and not cheap. Moreover, I paid for VIP treatment, yet my case kept deteriorating till I became almost an invalid. Then, I had an opportunity to visit my governor, Honorable Mai Malabuni, over an issue that needed some clarifications, and he saw my condition. He became alarmed and sought to know what happened. I explained what I could to him, including my voyage to hospitals here that were quick to give me a clean bill of health that I knew was not true. A very nice man who is very sympathetic to people's plights, he undertook the process to reverse the ailment and give me back some lost health. He got in touch with an agent, Alkali Baba Shettima, another kind-hearted professional, who got me a visa to Saudi Arabia. And Governor Buni, a man of faith, said, to be there, drinking the holy Zamzam water and praying at the Kaaba itself will do wonders. And so began my journey in search of health. I left Nigeria on the 12th of February from the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport via Peace Air. I will talk about Airpeace and its wonderful, friendly crew another day. As had become the norm, I was wheeled into the plane from Abuja to Kano to board the Saudi flight, and at the Kano airport too, I was wheeled into the plane. It was the same procedure at Jeddah airport until I reached the apartment where I was to stay. Once there, I found it easier and more convenient since I had my son, Abubakar Sadiq, a big, strong fella, to do the wheeling. In Saudi Arabia, one goes through the healthcare system from the primary healthcare centers, except if one wants to go straight to a private hospital. To conserve funds and also see how their system works, I started from the former despite my almost desperate condition. However, if you are an Umrite, this is my coinage for a person undergoing the Umrah, you have an inalienable right to be accepted and diagnosed in government hospitals free of charge, even though there are fee-paying options. Relying on that right, I started by going to the Jeddah East General Hospital, where various tests were carried out on me: blood tests, electrocardiogram, that's the ECG, X-rays, computerized tomography, that's the CT scans, etc. And the results were good. With all health issues eliminated, everything pointed to problems to do with pulmonology. Still, I went to a primary healthcare center this time around. Their primary health centers are as equipped as our general hospitals, if not better. Being the entry point to the health system, every general hospital has a PHC that refers patients to it after preliminary checks and ascertaining the issue is beyond them. And so this one referred me to King Abdulaziz General Hospital, Jeddah, where the same tests conducted at Jeddah East were repeated with the same conclusion. With the certainty of what my ailment was, I left Jeddah for Medina, arriving at Mecca the next day. I searched online for a good pulmonologist, and each search result had one Egyptian, Dr. Hebatullah Kamal Taha, of the Saudi German Hospital in Mecca, coming up tops. She also comes a bit more expensive than the others. I then booked and paid for an appointment with her for the next day. At exactly 10 a.m. the next day, accompanied by my wife, Dr. Aminat Zakari, and son wheeling me, I was ushered into Dr. Heber's office, a petite, friendly, middle-aged woman. After analyzing the results from the two general hospitals we went to in Jeddah, she made us do a test to ascertain the level of oxygen in my blood and then prescribed some drugs, telling us to return after 5 days.